Good morning, America. Steph's middle school souffle, and it's time to get real. I'm going to preach. So I need you to listen. Parents who are my age, I'm talking to myself too, our age group. This series is about social awareness. So here's what's really going on in the regular ed classroom. Going to tell you. So brace yourself, take a breath. Okay. I have classrooms up to 35 kids in middle school. Okay. I teach 6. Some of my teachers have up to 40 something in a classroom. Now, what we're seeing with our children as a whole group, like I'm looking at the whole group, not just one child, is a lot of anxiety, clinical and undiagnosed. I'm seeing diagnosed depression. I am seeing some suicidal ideation. I am seeing students who don't have resources and are homeless. I am seeing a lot of anxiousness. But here's where you come in. You have your child. Okay. And you think as a parent, and I do too, that my child is special and unique and you love them with your whole being and your whole heart, right? And you think, and I think they deserve the best, right? Okay. So when I get your children as a group, now I need you to put your social awareness cap on. I get them as a huge group, and you're coming to me and saying, not just you now. Okay, I'm just going to go with you. You're saying my child is being bullied. My child has a 504. My child has these needs. My child feels anxious. My child has a therapist or doesn't have a therapist and needs support. It's a lot of them now. Your child is not the only one. There's it's a lot. Okay, so you put that. I'm not a therapist. Your therapist, if you have a one for your child, they cost money, and I know that, and they get your child one-on-one or a small group. Okay. I get all of them who may or may not have therapy in a group of 35 kids who all have different needs, different wants, different requests from you because you think that your child is the only one with these issues. They're not. And sometimes your asks and your wants conflict with my other kids in the group who have needs and wants, and you want preferential seating away from blah, 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 blah. And the other child wants preferential seating. And then there's another child who wants preferential seating. And so far, I have everybody who needs preferential seating in the top of the classroom, and they're feeding off each other, and it's a disaster. I just want to tell you, your child is not the only one with issues or troubles or problems. It's a lot. It's a lot right now, which goes to show me we as a community of parents need to do a better job to raise a good community. And we need to rely on each other and be interdependent on each other and engage with each other socially. Because again, your regular ed teachers were not therapists, and you bring all these kids together. And I need to be clear too that some of them can't afford therapy and they need it. Some of them can't afford a medical diagnosis or some mental health check-ins. They can't afford it. So they don't get it. They don't receive extra help that maybe some of our other children get. So who speaks louder? Of course, it's the kids that have the therapy and have like everything. And you're beautiful. You're advocating for your child. You're advocating so strongly. But many of you are advocating at the same time. And what's happening to your regular ed teachers is it's heavy. Because if I take, like, on average, I have 30 kids in a class and I teach 6 classes, that's 180 students falling on one person. That's a lot. So what I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you, and I'll get to it, just to recognize what you're asking of a person. One person. Can you do this for my child? Can you do this for my child? Can you do this for my child? You're not doing this enough for your child. For my child, my child, my child, my child. I'll repeat it again. My child, my child, my child. I need you to start looking at a group of children. And that means even your neighbor kids and checking in with their friends. Look at the group, please. We have a huge group of kids right now because of COVID and other factors, and poverty and everything else, all those weights. We have a huge group of kids coming up that have needs and aren't coping well and are struggling. And that's real. That's so real. But I really need to be honest with you. Your regular ed teachers can't take this weight. It's crushing. It's crushing us. So maybe ask, how can I help? Instead of, well, my therapist said that my child needs this and you need to do this better. That's why a lot of us are burning out right now, because it isn't just about your child, my child, my child, my child needs this, my child. It's about a huge group that I care about, that we care about. It's about the group. Group. Okay, so if we want to raise a really good generation right now, we need to do some more digging into community and those social actions and having social awareness. Again, this is this whole series of social awareness. I need us American parents in particular to get out of your me bubble and look at the group, the community, their friends, their peers. Okay, how do we model positive social interaction to raise all of them up and not just your child? Okay, I gotta be done. Okay, bye.